Hey everyone, welcome to the Block Analyst, where we break down the biggest moves in crypto, DeFi, and blockchain infrastructure with zero hype and 100% on-chain reality. Today is a massive day for Ethereum. A brand new framework just dropped at EthCC in Cannes that could completely reshape how we use Ethereum forever. It's called the Ethereum Economic Zone, EEZ, and if it delivers on its promise, it will turn the current fragmented L2 mess into one single, seamlessly composable Ethereum economy. In this video, we're going deep. I'm talking few minutes of pure signal. We'll define exactly what EEZ is, why the current L2 landscape failed so badly, who is actually building it, what it means for you as a regular user or investor, the real upsides, the hidden risks, and my personal take as an early-stage investment analyst on whether this is the next big narrative or just another ambitious white paper. So, if you're holding ETH, using any L2, or investing in DeFi protocols, you need to watch this until the very end. Let's dive in. Before we go any further, this is not financial advice. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Nothing I say in this video should be taken as a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any asset. Crypto is extremely volatile, and you can lose 100% of your capital. Always do your own research. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We may hold positions in some of the assets or projects mentioned. Always verify everything yourself. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Straight from the official Ethereum Economic Zone announcement, and I'm pulling every single detail directly from their release, so you get the unfiltered truth. The Ethereum Economic Zone, or EEZ, is not just another L2. It is an L1, L2 framework built around one core principle: rollups that extend Ethereum, not branch away from it. In simple terms, EEZ creates rollups that are synchronously composable with Ethereum mainnet and with each other. What does synchronously composable actually mean? It means a smart contract on an EEZ rollup can call a smart contract on mainnet or on another EEZ rollup, receive the response, and use that data, all within the same atomic transaction. No bridges, no wrapped tokens, no waiting for finality, no extra trust assumptions. The result: true atomic execution across chains, shared liquidity, and a unified security model that is still anchored 100% in Ethereum. This is the first time we're seeing an architecture where L2s actually reinforce the base layer instead of sucking value out of it. Now, let's talk about why this was necessary, because the scaling problem was solved, but a much worse problem was created. Rollups work. Transaction costs are down dramatically. Throughput is up. That part went extremely well, but here's what didn't go well. Every single L2 became its own island, its own liquidity pools, its own bridges, its own version of infrastructure that already existed perfectly fine on mainnet. Protocols that want to reach users across the entire ecosystem are now forced to deploy on 5, 6, even 10 different chains and maintain 10 different sets of tooling. Users have to bridge between them, paying time, gas, and occasionally, everything. We've all seen the bridge hacks. Instead of extending Ethereum, each L2 started drawing value away into its own little walled garden. We basically recreated the exact fragmentation problems that Ethereum was built to solve in the first place. This is not what scaling Ethereum was supposed to look like. The Ethereum Economic Zone was created precisely to fix this fragmentation and bring us back to the original vision: one Ethereum. Let's make this real for the average person watching right now. For Ethereum itself, EEZ rollups are designed to reinforce the base layer. ETH remains the gas token, the settlement layer, and the single source of truth. Activity on these rollups doesn't pull value away. It actually builds on top of it and strengthens Ethereum's economic security. For protocols, Aave, Uniswap, etc., instead of deploying and maintaining 5 different versions across 5 chains, they can deploy once. Synchronous composability lets them reach users everywhere in the EEZ without bridges or wrapped assets. This is massive for developer productivity and capital efficiency. For you, the regular user and investor, assets, positions, and your on-chain identity work across environments without explicit bridging. In most cases, you can pay gas in ETH no matter where the execution happens. You get the low fees and high speed of L2, but with the seamless experience of a single chain. Shared liquidity means deeper markets, tighter spreads, and less slippage. Smart wallets like Safe, which Gnosis built, become connected everywhere. No more "which chain is my money on" confusion. This is the experience people intuitively expected from Ethereum all along. Now, the big question every investor asks: why should we trust this? Because the team behind it is not new. Gnosis has been building Ethereum infrastructure literally the first week smart contracts existed. Their first transaction was in August 2015. They built the constant product AMM model that became the foundation of DeFi, the conditional token framework used by Polymarket, CoW protocol, pioneer of batch auctions and intent-based trading, and Safe, the smart contract wallet securing over $58 billion. They've run Gnosis chain with zero downtime for 7 years. The technical lead is Jordi Baylina, creator of Circom and one of the most respected ZK engineers on the planet. His ZK EVM work is battle-tested, and he founded Zisk, the high-performance proving stack that will power EEZ. Even better, the Ethereum Foundation is funding this work. It is being designed as shared, credibly neutral, open-source Ethereum infrastructure, not owned by Gnosis or any single entity. The Ethereum Economic Zone Association in Switzerland was created specifically to develop this as public goods infrastructure. Everything will be fully open source. Founding members already include Aave, Titan, Beaverbuild, Centrifuge, Xstocks, and more are joining. This is not a product launch. This is shared infrastructure for the entire ecosystem. Now, let me give you the balanced view no one else will. The massive upsides we already covered: seamless UX, shared liquidity, true composability, stronger Ethereum base layer, massive efficiency gains for protocols. But let's be honest about the risks and potential downsides for the average person. This is still early. Real-time proving is new, and while the foundations are solid, mainnet deployment and battle testing will take time. Adoption risk. Will major existing L2s join the EEZ or stay isolated? Fragmentation could continue in parallel. Complexity in the beginning. Even though the end-user experience is simpler, developers and early users will need to learn the new framework. Competition. Other teams are also working on cross-chain solutions. EEZ has to execute flawlessly. Regulatory angle. While it's credibly neutral and censorship-resistant, any major Ethereum upgrade always attracts regulatory attention. My personal take is, this is one of the most important architectural moves for Ethereum since the original rollup vision. If EEZ succeeds, it doesn't just fix L2 fragmentation, it cements Ethereum as the undisputed decentralized economic zone of the world. For long-term ETH holders and DeFi investors, this is extremely bullish. Shared liquidity and atomic composability will drive real usage and value accrual back to the base layer. I'll be watching the technical specs and benchmarks they're releasing in the coming weeks very closely. If you're a builder, protocol team, or just someone who believes Ethereum should work as one system instead of 100, they are openly inviting contributions. So, there you have it, the full, unfiltered deep dive into the Ethereum Economic Zone. One Ethereum. No more islands, no more bridges, just one unified, composable, economically aligned ecosystem. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you bullish on EEZ? Will this finally deliver the one Ethereum vision? If you found value in this analysis, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell, because we're going to be covering every single update on this project as it unfolds. Links to the official announcement, technical specs when they drop, and all the founding members are in the description. Thank you for watching until the end. You're the reason we make these long, detailed videos. I'll see you in the next one. Stay shop, stay on chain. This is the Block Analyst, signing out.